everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you just a real fun, simple flower. It's kind of a flower that makes me feel happy when I look at it, if that makes sense. I'm going to be using two AMAGIC flat brushes, a 14 and a 12, a fine liner by Westonia, it's a nail brush, clay ball maker, which I actually used for dots, and then a Martha Stewart pouncing tool. And most if not all the products are actually listed down below as affiliate links. Just depends on if an affiliate link is available, but if you want to purchase through those, feel free to do so. All the paint I'm using are FolkArt paints. I am using magenta, school bus yellow, happy green, thicket, and red violet. Alright, so to begin with, I've cleaned my bottle, went over it with rubbing alcohol, and it's ready to go. This is the bottle I use from a lot of my videos that if I'm not going to sell it, so that it's something that I can just wipe off and redo it with a new video. Alright, so I'm going to take the pouncing tool and I just stick it in here, just kind of turn it around and make sure I have it full of paint as much as I can. And then I'm just going to take it, pounce down on it, and continue, kind of repeat. I need to get some more paint. It does kind of take more paint than you realize because I had a pretty good puddle on my plate and it took it all. So let's reload. I'm just turning it like I showed you. Now this one is definitely loaded a little heavier. So then I'm just going to come over here and I am going to do 3 blooms. And again, this design is just meant to be fun. And it's meant to be for happy flowers. And I did pull in a little pink, so I'm not sure where I got that at, but I'm just going to go over this again a little bit, wipe off. And it's not going to be a big deal because I'm going to actually do some dots around it. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is take the number 14 flat brush, dip one side into the happy green, one side into the thicket, do a little blending, but I could actually stick it all into the green if I wanted to, like I've done with some of my other, and then add the lighter green. And I actually, let's back up here, because I actually went ahead of myself. Sorry about that. Alright, I'm going to switch this on. I'm sorry. Got ahead of myself on that. Take the number 12 and dip it all into the magenta. And I'm going to just do really easy strokes, just pulling it towards the center. Now with doing just a single color on my brush, it may not be as opaque as I want it. So if you decide to do this, you might want to go back over it. I'm not going to, since I'm just doing this for the video, but just as you can see, it's kind of leaving the center, you know, opaque like right there. But you get the gist. So I'm basically turning it and then pulling it towards the center. Turning it on the tip, pulling it towards the center. And doing the same as I go around. Now you can make longer petals, thicker petals, vary them. They don't all have to be the same. Makes it more interesting actually if they're not. So I'm going to do it here. Just keep going with it. Make sure I'm on the video screen. So these kind of are overlapping, which is fine. You know, if you don't want them to do that, see it's kind of splitting a little bit. If you don't want them to do that, then space them out or don't put as many, or do a smaller circle so that you can space them out. I have no problem with them overlapping. Alright, so now we're going to really do this. Now I'm still going to pick up some pink. I can tell you that right now because the pink that I painted on here is actually pretty thick. So that's going to be a given. even though I did give it some dry time. And if you pull it up, you can actually wipe some of it off onto a paper towel. And then I'm just going to pull it towards here. I could come in here with some of my lighter green, pull it towards. Yeah, it is. It's easier to do this on paper because of the paint and needing some dry time so you don't pull too much of the pink in. Alright, so then I'm going to come over here, do the same thing. And two, if you ever feel like it's not thick enough because you are trying to get it to be more opaque, just add some white to it. I don't have any white. Normally I do in my design, but today I did not include any white, so if I needed it or felt like I needed it, I just need to add it as I go. And again, since I'm doing this as, you know, just a design for my bottle and not selling it, I'm not worried about the opaqueness right now. Just more worried about the design itself. And so here I'm going to actually fill it in with some leaves. Fortunately, that did a lot of pink. I mean, and it's okay if you have a little bit of pink in there. Unless you really don't like it, then go over it just to get rid of it. Alright, so we have that one, and then we're going to come in and finish it off with this one. Now you can go all the way down it, or you can actually even turn and go up this way with it, since it's the vine or the bottom stem. So you can do either way with it. Just do a few or do a lot. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to go up this way with it because I kind of like it that way. And we'll just reverse it. You won't even know. Right? And then you just go over it till you get it to look the way you want. Alright, so there you go. So you can do it either way, up to you. Not a big deal. Alright, the last thing we're going to do to finish this off, I'm going to take the clay ball maker, the larger size, dip it into the red violet, and then just come along and do dots around the edges. That one didn't hit exactly where I wanted it, but it's good. And if you feel like you're not getting them where you want them, you can actually do them smaller. You know, so that it hits where you want it. And you can hit a bigger dot during the center, the very center, if you want. But this is where I said it didn't really matter as far as the petals touching the center, because you're going to come through here and do this. You could always do this and then come back and add some smaller dots in between. with maybe a smaller dotting stylus, or whatever you use to create dots if you do. Because I know some people even use Q-tips. I've never tried it with a Q-tip before. But this is kind of festive, kind of a happy flower. At least it makes me happy when I see it. I like it. Alright, I hope you like this quick video. If you do, give me a big thumbs up. New to my channel, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. And before you leave, if you would take a moment to share this video on your social network with all your family and friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Just hit that share button you'll find underneath. It'll give you your options. Simple, and you're good to go. Alright, until the next time, please stay safe and healthy. Thanks for stopping by, and you have a good one.